He didn't lead the race until 70 laps to go. But after bashing fenders and trading paint, Jimmie Johnson goes to victory lane. Welcome to the Lipitor post-race show. Dick Berggren down there among a sea of well-wishers for Jimmie Johnson.
And as Jimmie climbs out of the car, you ought to see the back tires on this thing from that burnout he did. The right rear is just shredded on the car, but it doesn't matter because Jimmie Johnson is the winner today. Take me through the pass for the lead. If that had been done to you, would it have been okay?
You know, I don't know how Denny got inside of me on that one restart. I felt like I was a little better, and sure enough, he was there, and he had the lane, and we raced hard from there. And then trying to come back and get him, I had a little bit better car in the longer run, and I was patient, set him up, got inside of him, and I assumed that he knew he ran me down because he didn't come back down and turn one and dump me. So he tried to put the squeeze on me, and I was up on the curb and sliding, and we got together, and he did a hell of a job of saving it. I thought I was going around too, and fortunately we had enough distance where we were to the next guy to not have any trouble or lose any spots. But I'm out of breath. That was just a fun day. We didn't have the best car at the start. We opted to lose track position and to work on the car, and slowly.
What did you do to fix that car?
The first couple things we did, we put spring rubbers in the right rear, and we lost track position and didn't really help. And then as the day went on, Chad kept playing with tire pressure and wedge, and we got the car right. It's such a special day for Rick standing here behind you, 25th year in the sport, to come back to the same track, same weekend, and win again. I'm just proud to be in his stuff.
5 out of 6 wins at this racetrack in this series. I mean, that seems impossible. How have you done it?
Good people like Mr. Hendrick and his entire organization. All the support from Lowe's, and I'm very excited to give the Lowe's fans something to cheer for today, and all the fans of the 48 and of Hendrick Motorsports. It's teamwork. It's about people, and we work hard to make it right.
Congratulations to you and your team. Mike?
Jimmie jumps 5 spots in the standings to 4th. Denny Hamlin moves up 3 spots to 5th. There's Rick Hendrick congratulating his winning driver. What a day and what a wild race. I love this place.
Well, you know, you said at the beginning, what happened at Bristol? They just carried it over here. All the aggression, all the bumping, all the running. We saw it today, and it was great. It was so much fun to be here today and watch this race.
But just look right there. All 4 of those Hendrick cars finishing up in the top 8, and a great day, as you mentioned earlier, for Stewart-Haas Racing, with both those cars finishing in the top 6, Stewart and Newman.
Yeah, how about
Nice.
Allmendinger? Wow.
Yeah, Allmendinger, you know, 9th place. Pretty great run there. Juan Pablo Montoya and Marcus Ambrose, the converted road racers, both having a top 15 day.
Yeah, Michael's cars 13th, 14th, and 20th.
Tough day for Kurt Busch, 18th at the finish. Matt Kenseth never could get that lap back, and Kyle Busch fell 2 laps down.
I'm sure the Roush Fenway group, they're going to be glad to get away from these short tracks because it has not been good to them the last 2 weeks. Only 1 car up in the top 20 for that matter.
Well, we're going to their house next week.
Oh, yeah.
Roush sort of owned that place, so they'll get some redemption there.
You know who else it was nice to see in victory lane? There's Todd Bodine finishing last. His spotter, the driver who gave Rick that first victory here 25 years ago, Jeff Bodine, looking on at the pass for the win with car owner Rick Hendrick. Lots more to come from Martinsville. Stick around. You're watching NASCAR on Fox.
Welcome back live in Martinsville. There's the champ, Jimmie Johnson, like Jordan in the 4th quarter. Tiger on 18, 16 laps to go. He made the move, muscled his way to the front, and held on for the anniversary win. 5 out of the last 6 in Martinsville. Denny Hamlin led the most laps, 296. Wound up a tough 2nd. Denny is standing by with our Steve Burns.
Denny, you're defending champion of this race today, 2nd. Talk about that great battle with Jimmie Johnson.
I'm honored to be on a racetrack with guys like Jimmy and Jeff and Tony. Those are the guys who are the best in the business, and you know, it's just we came up short. That was short track racing. I would have done the same to him, and if it comes back around, I will do the same. But it's just the way it is. It's, you know, in Martinsville, you got to battle for every inch, and I was trying to protect the spot. He was trying to get it into the race, and that's the way it goes.
Great show for the fans, Denny.
Thank you.
Race day was the warmest day all weekend. Basically, it rained out on Saturday as far as practice goes. So how different was this racetrack for you Friday to Sunday?
Yeah, looking back on it now, that little bit of practice we got on Friday probably hurt us because You know, it was a little bit different right side tire that Goodyear brought here, and we were really loose on Friday, so we tightened it up a bunch, and I just never could really get the car through the middle. I was good and clean air in there at the beginning of the race. When it rubbered up, we were just too tight. You know, Jimmy is just so good. That whole team, they're just so good, and so is Denny. I mean, I was really impressed with him today, and we were the third best car. Unfortunately, on that last restart, I just couldn't get around the lap cars to catch Tony, but still another great top 5 for the DuPont Chevrolet, and a heck of a race for the win, and I think the fans certainly got a great show. Thankful for them to come out here at Martinsville. And now we'll leave the short tracks and go to Texas. We seem to be better at those tracks than we are on the short tracks. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we have there.
Their strong start to the season continues as we head on to the Great American Speedway.
Well, if anything had happened with those front 2 cars, Tony Stewart was ready to pounce. I don't know if I should ask the driver if he's mad he didn't have the win, or the owner if he's happy that both his cars finished in the top 6.
Well, both. I mean, and I was thinking about 4 laps before it happened down there in 3 and 4 that if they had a problem that we were right there in the catbird seat, and I was just too far back when they had their problem. But just real proud of our guys on the Old Spice Old Office Depot team, and really proud of Ryan and his guys on the U.S. Army team. We both had a great weekend, so this is a place I like, obviously, and you know, we're back up there running where we belong.
Tony told his crew, welcome to Teardown, boys, the first top 5 of the season.
Best finish for Stewart-Haas Racing. This is really, though, about Jimmy Johnson, a driver who embodies on the 25-year anniversary of Hendrick Motorsports and Rick Hendrick, the tough skill, the guts, the risk-reward at the end, the classy professionalism.
Well, we definitely were looking for this kind of a finish here today, and I think it was really great to see the guy who won the race a year ago. You saw a guy that's won a race here 5 times come up there and really battle like we wanted them to do, and they were very, you know, I guess you might say, respectful to one another about what type of short-track racing. This is the way it's supposed to be, gang. You're supposed to push and shove on each other, and in the end, we can get out and basically tip our hats at each other and get ready to go next week. And I love this kind of result.
Dick Berggren is with Rick Hendrick. Dick?
And Jeff Gordon has just been here to congratulate you, Rick. Your first Hendrick Motorsports win was here. The most recent Hendrick Motorsports win was here, and you have won so many races in between. How have you had so much success at this little track?
Oh, you know, I don't really know. I remember when my dad and I were down here, and I think it was '63, and Richard Petty gave me his autograph through right at turn 4 through the fence, and I came here with Ray Hendrick and ran the modifieds, and this place has got a lot of heritage, and Harry Hyde and Jeff Bodine, you know, all the people over the 25 years has contributed so much, and you know, it's unbelievable. I wasn't here. Linda and I were in church, you know, I guess 25 years ago. I had to call my mom on a payphone, find out what happened, and it's really neat to be here today and be a part of this, and real proud of the whole organization. Jimmy drove a heck of a race. All the cars finished in the top 10. Denny drove a heck of a race. You hate to see anybody lose a race like that, but fans saw a good one today.
Thank you, and congratulations, Rick Hendrick, winning team owner.
And thank you, Dick Berggren. A hug from Jeff Gordon, the 4-time champ, still the points leader. In fact, has the largest points lead of the season. Clint Boyer remains second, followed by Kurt Busch, and today's winner, Jimmy Johnson. And Denny Hamlin, who last week had jumped into the top 12 for the first time this year, remains in the 5th spot. Carl Edwards, as we head to Texas, he swept the races last year. Still looking for that first win of the year.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd be glad to get back to Texas, maybe get a chance to kind of get back to victory lane. But real quick before we forget it, congratulations to Chad Canals. Outstanding job today making the right adjustments to keep up with the racetrack. And oh, by the way, I thought Darrell said that, you know, Jimmy Johnson couldn't win with a beard. Looks like to me he can win with the beard.
He's going for his 4th straight championship, getting more on target. That's what is ahead on Fox. A Family Guy, American Dad, you'll laugh out loud, animation, domination, all that good stuff. And 1:30 Eastern, 12:30 Texas time. We mentioned Carl Edwards, Eddie Gossage, and the Great American Speedway. They always put on a good show. The truck race is at noon tomorrow on Speed after being rained out here. For Jeff Hammond, I'm Chris Myers. Have a great week. Thanks for being a part of NASCAR on Fox.
Little track, a lot of smack. That's what we're going to see today.
Love it when it's 4 wide. Love it when it's fast. Love it when the leader's caught the pack is moving past. Love it when they're making lots and lots of noise. Can't wait to hear the W say.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Let's go racing, boys. NASCAR racing, boys.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports, home to the World Series. the BCS, the NFC Championship, the Daytona 500, and FoxSports.com, the world's favorite sports site.